So I thought I'd share with you this little technique that I come up with. Now I'm sure it's probably out there already. Somebody else has probably already thought of this, but this was something that an idea I had a few years ago, and I was touring a lot with an act, a band that were playing. They were playing original music, but in the style of 1950s rock and roll, and that music's music for dancing. And we were playing a lot of big venues. And we toured a lot in Europe and played in Las Vegas as well. A big festival there. So up until that point, I'd pretty much always played mostly played the same brushes pattern, which had used for years playing jazz. It's what I was taught, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's completely fine. I was just looking for something a bit different. So if we played a standard regular brushes pattern, what you get is this crossing backwards and forwards pattern, okay? And so, and the way I was taught it and the way I play it is 1 and 3 are open and 2 and 4 are crossed. Now, you might do it back the other way around. It doesn't really matter for this. So what I'm used to playing is this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what I was after with this music was something that gave me a little more backbeat. I wanted to find a way of getting a little heavier on the 2 and the 4. Now, of course, when we play jazz, we use the hi-hat on the 2 and the 4, and so that's where that is usually that backbeat kind of feel comes from in jazz, from the hi-hat. And so it's not a problem when you put the hi-hat in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But as I said, I wanted to find another way, and I started thinking about it, and I realized that when I'm playing 2 and 4 here, 2 things are happening. This brush is really dampening the drum quite a lot, the head on the snare drum, and the position it's in, it's over this way, but it's not all the way to the edge. It's still kind of like a third of the way in, which means it really is dampening quite a lot of the sound, and that's nice. That gives you that nice dry sound in the jazz that you want. And the other thing is that this brush at this point, when I'm playing 2 and 4, is all the way over here. So when I'm striking the drum, I'm near the edge of the drum. I'm not getting the full sound of the drum. So I thought what I really need to do is be hitting the drum in the middle for my 2 and 4, okay? So just simply, you can hear the difference there, right? I'm trying to hit them exactly the same. So I'm getting more tone from the drum. Now, the other thing from this point as well, if I really want to lay into it, I can drop the brush a little and start using this point of the brush way back here and a little bit of the handle even to get a really heavy backbeat if I want. So if I can play that as a closed tone or as an open tone by coming off the drum. Now I'm getting a real kind of full snare sound on the 2 and the 4. So I started reverse engineering this, and I thought, well, if I'm going to be there on 2 and 4, so this means this is going to be over here on 1 and 3. So I need to start work. So I work backwards from there, and what I found was that if this brush is up here at this point, and it's coming across, so this brush is doing this motion, and what I want is to be up there. Now at this point, you see, this brush is off to the edge, and that means it's not dampening. Oh, I just hit this. I just whacked the camera, sorry. I'm off to the edge of the drum, which means this is not dampening the drum much. It's going to give me a fuller sound, and this is in the center here. So what I've now got is the brushes are now doing this windscreen wiper motion. They're basically traveling in the same direction, which is why I call it reverse brushes, because normally they travel in the opposite direction, like this. So one of them's got reversed. So now they're doing that. And at first, that felt really weird. I had to practice that quite a bit. But after a little while, a bit of practice, you start to get some fluency with that. So I'm starting here now on 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've got that lovely weight I can get into that 2 and 4 now. So even on its own, with no hi-hat, I can get quite a full sound on that 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And putting the hi-hat in, maybe a little touch of bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little quicker. 1, 2. So I can start to incorporate a little bit of left hand with that as well. But my main thing is getting that 2 and 4. Right? And I can get quite a consistent 2 and 4 backbeat on that by using that technique. So there you go. That's the reverse brushes or windscreen wipers, or however you want to think about that. That's just a little something that I found, and I thought I'd share it with you. Hope you enjoy that and have fun with it. Cheers.